Hello, and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your paleo teacher, Jen, and it's time for some Throwback Thursday. And we've got a movie to talk about. You knew this was coming. Admit it. When you hear the word T-Rex, I bet you think of this. And don't lie, you know that you pictured this particular Tyrannosaur. We all do. It's ingrained in us. Now, I could go on and on about the inaccuracies, but that's what everyone does. I've done it at one point. But we're going to talk about some of the things they did right and why it made dinosaurs popular again. First off, this dinosaur wasn't depicted as a monster or anything. It was depicted as an animal, doing animal things. For example, when it was trying to topple this car, it wasn't just flipping it because it was upset at the car or something. This wasn't some planned attack. No, this was this thing has hard outer exterior. And this dinosaur would have had some experience with hard-shelled dinosaurs in real life. Perhaps you've seen one of these. This is Ankylosaurus. It would have lived at the same time as Tyrannosaurus. And to get to all the soft, tasty parts of this dinosaur, you would have to flip it over, like an armadillo. And maybe some Tyrannosaurs did that. If they could, get a younger one. The big ones might have been a little more difficult. And so, just like you would with an Ankylosaurus or an armadillo, you flip the car over. It wasn't entirely wrong. The tires are soft, squishy bits. She might have roared because she was upset that it wasn't edible, but hey, she wasn't wrong. And despite the reasons why they used the flare, just like other animals, it was very intrigued by the sudden bright light that was pointing at it. Kind of like your cat or your dog with a laser light. So that was a very animal behavior to follow that and want to play with the light. It hunted like a proper predator. Went and caught something tasty when it was hungry. As you do. And quite frankly, this scene reminded me an awful lot of those poor modern-day raptors, birds of prey, that are pestered by smaller birds like magpies and ravens and other birds of prey that are smaller. And she dealt with them just like some of those birds of prey do. You're gonna bother me, I'm gonna kill you. I'm not gonna eat you, but I'm definitely gonna get rid of the nuisance. Very animal-like behavior. And I mean, outside of the animal behavior that we saw and was well done, the puppeteering was beautiful. I mean, look at this thing. Look at all of the dinosaurs that were in there that they had turned into puppets. They held up even today. This is some good work. And that roar. I mean, come on. That roar, even though it was very unlikely that a Tyrannosaurus would be able to, because that's a very mammalian trait, it's still one of the most recognizable sounds in cinema. I mean, you hear that roar and you know exactly what's coming for you. This movie also created a lot of paleontologists and dinosaur enthusiasts like me. Yes, according to my parents, when I saw this movie, I decided I was going to be a paleontologist, and it was all downhill from there. Okay, initially I wanted to be a velociraptor, but I found out pretty fast that you can't just change into an animal. So I had to go with the next best thing. And frankly, I still love watching this movie. It's one of my comfort films. If I'm having a bad day, like a really bad day, and I need to just get some comfort out of something, this is one of the first movies I will go to. And what about you guys? I mean, what's your favorite part of this movie? Why do you watch it? Did it get you into dinosaurs as much as it did me? I'm sure that there are plenty of you out there. And I hope you tune in tomorrow for one last Tyrannosaur Fossil Friday, and I will fossilize you later.